FS2.
Manischewitz. We had the lead halfway down the lane. The 8 actually had the lead briefly, and then we got swooped up. Turf racing, you speed up late. Dirt racing, you slow down late. That's just kind of the natural order of things.
So we to win, and I think 4 or 8 led for
The whole race.
92% of the race.
Yeah, that's why.
Wait, win.
Number 7 one, isn't that your lucky number?
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, what the hell?
7 finally wins.
Too
And
bad.
I'm still poor.
I will fire another one through the till to keep you guys from frozen pizza. We'll make something happen. I'll get you there. Don't worry. Yeah, I mean that's a ball breaker. You carried a mail for the whole thing, and
that's on Bad Beats.
No. It's a turf sprint. It's a really hard style of race to hit. It is.
I just mean that's the 7-1.
Oh,
Not only that 4 and 8 led the
you
whole
didn't
time.
tell me you wanted to run that.
You're the one firing off the 7s.
But no, for the audience, last time he was here, I go, what's your favorite number 1 to 10? And we'll just bet every 7 for you, and you can sit there and like watch racing and try to understand it's not Hazel Park. This is a different program today. That program was ridiculous. I was just trying to get you to pay some attention here. All right, hold please. David, talk to me. What do we have ticket text? Or Brendan, if you want to read them. Damn it, I thought I was going to have that for you. Very disappointing.
Let's see. Here's one going back to fair or foul. My wife does not allow me to go shopping with her. I get easily annoyed by other people's liabilities running around unmanned. Plus, this one really speaks to me. Plus, I get sick of people.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I agree. It's everybody's first day on earth when you go out in public. And it's really annoying.
I try to be super, super nice, and I'll keep it all to myself. Like, I don't know why people have these public meltdowns, but like sometimes you just get back in your vehicle and you shut the door and you're just like, oh, dear God.
There's peace again, yeah.
Like, oh, my God. Whatever it is, you know where it gets me the most? The airport.
Oh,
It's just like spring. It's like everyone at the airport is Morgan Freeman in Shawshank first day out of prison. They don't know what's going on. They don't know where do I go? What do I do? Do I have to ask for permission to go to the bathroom? Nobody has any spatial awareness whatsoever. It's like you can't be walking slow or like you're about to poop. You're at an airport. Speed it up. We got people trying to go places. And Donna, you won't believe that. Do me a favor. Step to the side. Either that or get on the moving walkway. Pick.
And Mike, the thing I do not understand, there are signs.
For everything.
Read.
For everything.
How do you get lost in an airport? You don't know where you're going. People get like nervous and anxious. There are signs. They tell you these people that run the airport realize we're stupid. They set it up.
I did. I'll tell you the other. All right. Now, this is turning into a Seinfeld segment and we'll move on. But I'll tell you the person that really grinds my gears. The person who does the earbud talking.
Oh, out loud?
On the airplane.
Yeah, the old Bluetooth guy.
Yeah,
it's the curb skit.
There was a woman on the airplane that was on last weekend. And I'm telling you, this was the most obnoxious crap I've ever heard. She was trying to negotiate how her flights were going to go. So tell me what times and what seats available and would I have to get and I'm like, we're on the plane. You can do all of this when you wait for it. D-plane. And she was the loudest, and she had to be from California because she had that annoying cadence.
Oh, that little at the end. Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
What seat?
She wouldn't shut up. And I'm just like, oh my God, 0 F's about anybody around her. I mean, like, oh, dude, my wife knew I was like simmering. I never say anything to anybody. I don't do none of that. But I just sat there and I looked at her and she looked at me and I go, oh, this mother.
The thing that gets me as I get older and the more I go on flights and whatnot.
I get older.
Right.
Yeah, what are you, 12?
Yeah,
as you get older, get shorts that touch your kneecaps.
If Ann 1 still makes shorts, send me some right now.
No, I don't need you to look like TJ Ford, but you got to get something that at least hits your quads.
They do hit my quad.
You look like Greg LeMond. This isn't what is that French bike race? He looks like one of those
Tour de
guys.
France,
yeah.
That's how I feel on my bike rides, dodging all the pizza boxes in the streets, damn it.
We got Miguel Indurain answering phones. I mean, what the
Lance Armstrong,
My girlfriend likes
them.
As I was saying, though.
Oh, that's what it is. So we
Okay.
learned.
As I was saying, though.
Is your girlfriend at work with us today? Is it take your girlfriend to work day?
Yeah, his girlfriend likes it. So here's copious thigh. Figure it out, Corbin.
I work out my thighs intently, all right? I'm proud of what they look like these days as I'm getting to my ripe age of 25.
All right, please.
Corbin's so young he doesn't need that.
Oh, God.
As I get older and I start going on airplane.
I've really started to pay attention to those Blue Chew ads in my elder state.
That's enough. Corbin, what was the point you were going to make, or should we just not bother?
No, real quick, because I want to get my licks in. The people in this world, especially on planes, listen, if you're going with a kid who's like around 5 or 6, put a leash on them. There was one flight I was on. Oh my God, these kids were just, it was like a jungle gym. I'm like, and the parents were just on their phones, doing whatever.
Yeah, the
I'm like,
negligent
come on
parents.
You better be careful. I'm going to tell you this right now. Heather from the morning, she'll hunt you down.
Hey,
They did a topic like this, like last week. She turned into like poltergeist. It was unreal. I thought she was going to kill Cookies. It was wild.
Well, what was like the premise of it?
well, the premise it applies to you as it applied to Jim in that moment was that Jim doesn't have kids.
Yeah, he needed to sit that one out once it got to, he was making fun of people who are so busy they're eating lunch in their car. And I'm like, Jim, they have kids. Like, you've never had to bring a kid to practice. Like, sit this one out. Now, if you're on an airplane, look, I have no problem. People do whatever they want to do. I've never understood a baby on a plane.
Yes.
You can bring
100%.
kids. I don't have a problem. Hey, you got to live your life. I respect that. And they're called noise canceling headphones. I go dark. No problem. But babies, that I don't understand. Literally, if you got to breastfeed this thing, it can't be on a plane. Just can't be. You can't. It was never a thing when I was growing up. When you had kids, you know what my parents didn't do for 5 years? Travel. That was it. Now, oh my God. I mean, it's they may as well have a pump station in the front of the plane. It's unbelievable. It's just, now that part I think you get to have a say. But no, their whole conversation was like an adults only plane. I'm like, no. That's silly.
Sounds
Plus,
like a fun night.
no,
Okay.
no, it's not like Costa's Cruises. It's just a basic flight.
Corbin's still thinking about Blue Chew.
Go ahead, keep talking, Corbin. Keep talking.
We're gonna refocus here. Now, do you want to do Can We Say That next? What do you want to do?
Who said it? Yes.
Oh, yeah, Can We Say That's Monday? I'm sorry. You got me all hopped up. I'm still pissed what went down at Saratoga. I wanted to get this guy dinner.
You've had a couple close ones today.
Yeah, we have. I'll get you home. Hey, there's former MLB All-Star Jason Worth. There you
Sweet.
go. I'm just making a point. He owns Icon Racing. People like my sport.
Yeah.
Just give it a chance.
Please like my sport.
Yeah, like him asking people to like his thighs. All right, here's the game I butchered the name of, but we do it every Friday. And this is going to be extremely difficult because we did great last time, which means David's in a bad mood.
This game is called Mike, What Day Is It Today?
No, dude, they all blend together when you've done radio as long as I have, okay? This is called Corbin Buy Some New Shorts. No, this is Who Said It? David Hall.
So eligibility will be 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
All right, and we had Wojo here multiple days, fellas.
Wojo was busy this week.
I had to
on the
shill it up for
airwaves.
Michigan, I know. Okay.
Number 1, you don't have any leverage. No one's trading for you. The Pistons aren't giving you up in a trade. You don't have leverage.
Clearly Duran.
Yep.
I don't believe. Oh, man, I don't.
The doubling down on it gives me Costa vibes. That's what I'm feeling right now early on.
Okay.
I don't know that I've heard. Now, I did miss a day. So if this was from Monday, I'm, as one rival executive would say, royally effed.
We all are. This game's brutal.
This sounds like Mike to me.
I hesitated at the start, but you're
Yeah.
right. I always talk about the leverage thing. David, can you read it one more time, please?
Sure can.
Thank you very much.
You don't have leverage. No one's trading for you. The Pistons aren't giving you up in a trade. You don't have leverage.
I do want to say, too, David's cadence in that matches how I think you would have said it as well.
It could be me.
Which I think is natural for him, having probably heard it. I'm
I like
submitting-
a second layer of analysis.
Yes.
That could be me.
I'm submitting you as my
Okay.
answer.
And Corbin, you're sticking with cookies?
I'm gonna stick with him, but Brendan makes a great point. But I got to die on my hill.
Cutscene, Gator.
Well, that's the other problem here. Like, I always try to think about certain shows just aren't going to spend the same amount of time and the same amount of topics. I'd be stunned if this was Rieger or Wojo. I'd be stunned.
Yeah, no.
And then the mornings, they would. Middays, I feel like every day it's been Gator Snack Time or Scooble. Like, I haven't heard them hit the Duran thing, so maybe it is me. I'll say me because now you've convinced me. You've like Inception now. David, who said it?
Wow.
Corbin nailed it. He stuck to his conviction.
Wow.
It's a nice job by
I
you.
thought you were going to
Thank you.
flip. Well done.
I almost did flip. I won't lie.
Well done.
All right, number 2.
Number 2, maybe he blames the Tigers for the arbitration. Maybe he's unhappy in Detroit, even though it was Feder and Hinch that helped him win 2 back-to-back Cy Youngs.
Doug.
I was going to say midday.
Feels like it. The Feder thing is a Doug thing, too. And it's a U of M connection. He loves himself some Chris Feder.
I will add that I agree with that point. Like, Scooble brought it up. Oh, this is the place I was drafted. Okay, you want to stay here? Sign the contract. Anyways, I'd take one of the 2 middays. I like your point about Doug. I'm gonna say Doug as well.
Oh, we're gonna. This is like when they all pick the same team on the preview shows,
Right.
and then that team loses by 30.
It's all Chiefs.
We're going Doug. It's all Karsh, like Karsh's floating head. All right, David, who said it?
Oh no, I see David's face.
Pick a different show, guys. I'm not going to play it. Pick a different show. Guess again.
Wow.
Oh my.
Is this the first
I've never had David
in
do
the
this.
history?
This is like
of
this is the pity vote here.
Yeah.
Have another try.
Feels so bad.
Well, hold on. We already got one right. Why is David doing this? What is this? Something we
Well, now
said?
you got to read it again.
I will read it again.
But you've never done this in the years we've done this.
Maybe he blames the Tigers for the arbitration. Maybe he's unhappy in Detroit, even though it was Feder and Hinch that helped him win 2 back-to-back Cy Youngs.
Well, now I say John. Hearing it again.
Hear me out. The way he's smirking over here, and I have a good view of it. Could it be you, Mike?
I don't know.
Oh my.
I don't remember saying that, but like, Corbin, I think you know this. You've worked in this long enough. We're here 20 hours a week on the air, plus another 12 of show meetings and things, and it's like,
We say a lot here.
dude,
we say a lot.
By the time the day's done, I don't know what day it is. I don't. He's gaslighting me now. Now it's like, oh, I had to have said
Just
it.
remember
I don't know.
the times I told you.
Oh, so it has to be either Rieger or Wojo then, if he's hell-bent on the timing aspect.
Fine, Rieger.
I'll go Rieger as well. Why not?
I'm sticking to John.
David, who said it? Yes!
You're stubborn, Brendan.
You put it on a T for him. Come on. We all voted once, then you make us vote again, and then you say it's from 8 p.m. What do you want me to do?
Nothing. I think you were fine. I thought that was mean. David, let's go to number 3.
If the rest of the locker room accepts him, I could easily see he's back. He's our captain again.
All right, we're doing a Dylan Larkin thing. That is not this show, because the only thing I've said is this town hates you. He can't come back.
The first initial thought midday because he's our captain.
Interesting.
Read it one more time. Let's see if we can hear Gator saying it. Not that.
If the rest of the locker room accepts him, I could easily see he's back. He's our captain again.
I'm lost.
That feels like Jansen or Gator to me. Because I don't think Cookies would paying customer Costa. He's mad at Larkin. I don't see him going that route.
I also you've played this game more than me. How much stake do you put in Jim having already been a soundbite?
None. David's a terrorist.
See, because then I could hear this being Rieger, and we just did Rieger.
No, David is absolutely an emotional terrorist with this stuff. You can't. None of it. He'll go back to back. He'll use the same person. He'll ignore someone for a month. Forget it. Volatility is his middle name.
I got to ride with the vibe. I said midday. I'm going to go with Gator.
I like Gator as well.
Read it one more time.
If the rest of the locker room accepts him, I could easily see he's back. He's our captain again.
Gator. Because John might have that whole, I've been in the room, and Gator. David, who said it? Unbelievable. And factually, don't remember Rico saying that.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I'm stunned.
You guys did Larkin at some point this week?
Rico was the first person I crossed off on my list.
Same, because our general premise is the town hates you. I don't know.
Wow.
Hey, you hate to see it. All right, let's keep it moving. We'll go to number 4.
Number 4.
I'm stunned.
I'm at a loss for words.
I would always vote to be playing in the postseason. And if Tarek Skubal can help us get to the postseason, then you get into the postseason and see what happens.
Gator, Doug Gator. I don't know. That show is obsessed with getting this team to the playoffs. But don't let me poison the jury. If you think it's Cookies or something, go for it.
Nah, I'm going to go Doug on this one.
I think I've guessed the midday show 3 times in a row now.
Yeah, what is that about?
And this is going to be the one I switch, and then I'm going to be wrong. One more time, David, please.
I would always vote to be playing in the postseason. And if Tarek Skubal can help us get to the postseason, then you get into the postseason and see what happens.
Doug.
See what happens is adjacent to let it play out. I'm going out on a limb with John.
Gator or Doug or Gator. God almighty. Corbin, are you're firm on Doug?
Yep. Feet's in the sand.
All right. I don't have a strong opinion, so I'll go with you. Doug. David, who said it? Oh, my God. Shabath did it. Okay, thanks. That's enough of him. Congratulations.
Wow.
That's tremendous.
That was, I had to get lucky at one point.
By the way, do you know he considers himself the whipped creamologist of his house?
That's wild.
Is that what he said?
I've heard like 4 seconds of the show, and then I was like, I can't do this, and I just moved on. They were doing something with like hot fudge sundaes or something.
I did hear that before one of my updates. Yeah, bacon and red pepper flakes. Then in the Sunday.
Yeah, I moved along. I used the Odyssey app to go hear their Hinch interview. No, I did. I genuinely think they do a good job with AJ, and I wanted to hear like if there was anything interesting. I don't want to hear about his affinity for whipped cream. David, are we good?
We are all set.
The game's brutal. Game takes a
It's
lot
rough.
out of you. Takes a lot out of you. All right. Whew. Nice job, David. Nice job, Corbin and Shabath.
Got one.
97-1. All right. So wanted to just bring back LeBron to Philly if you're just getting in your vehicle from a day of work. Thanks, Corbin. LeBron made his decision, and we talked about it. I mean, it's a DEFCON 1 thing. You wanted him in Golden State. You didn't want him here. You wanted him in Miami because I don't think that would put them above and beyond. I think Miami has shooting issues to work out. But if he had gone to Cleveland or Philly, that was a problem. Well, he went to Philly, and he basically, as Shabath will tell you, is making less money than, Sandine Pelix. So, look, Philly as a starting five, you need someone outside of Embiid to be gone for the year. With LeBron there, and they have 3 in their prime, high usage, elite players, or 2 elite guys and 1 that, boy, howdy, was he impressive as a rookie. Edgecomb's coming on, but Maxi's a stud, and Jaylen Brown, I don't care what some nerd and their iPad says, is a very good basketball player. He's actually the 83rd. Get a new metric. So my question to Shabath and to you guys was, does this make you more upset about the Pistons offseason or less in that now it didn't matter? That it's not worth getting upset over unless they were going to make huge moves. Nothing they did would put them on this level. The Sixers were already a playoff team who beat the Boston Celtics and added Jaylen Brown and LeBron James. That saying that in a sentence, and before you say LeBron is old and cooked and all that crap, 27-7, still an all-star.
Yeah.
But I get upset because I didn't understand the Pistons offseason on basis. This now, I feel like everyone's playing for second in the East.
Yeah, it makes me more upset, undoubtedly, and I think I have a tendency, based on the specifics of this situation, to go back and attempt to figure out what would happen had we revised history. And I go even to before the offseason, what if the Pistons showed up to Game 7? The Cavs would have blown that up, and everything would have been a completely different situation. You face the Knicks. Who knows how that series goes? I mean, I don't know that. I don't think anybody was beating the Knicks, but we're not going to re-argue the playoffs. But my point being is that if Giannis gets traded to Boston instead of Miami, maybe it's a different situation. If Brown goes somewhere else instead of Philly, if Boston had a higher asking price for Brown, then basically Philly getting him for free, essentially, and then they get LeBron for quite literally the NBA equivalent of free, then I can't help but think about how different this offseason would be. And I don't know that it nets the Pistons Tyler Hero or Austin Reeves or Trey Murphy, definitely not Jaylen Brown or LeBron James. But my point being is that Philly has 4 genuine, you could make an argument, superstars.
They are.
In the NBA.
And I don't even consider Embiid a part of the equation. Embiid can be load managed. You can, and by the way, for the people who are going to laugh and goof around, he was phenomenal against the Celtics in that first round. There are going to be stretches. As long as he's upright, he can still be Joel Embiid.
And LeBron is going to be LeBron. And we've seen, I think already, Maxey has proven himself, and Jaylen Brown certainly has proven himself. You've got 2 of the top scorers, the top 2 scorers, I should say, from the Eastern Conference last year on your team. Oh, and here's LeBron James.
And I want to say this too, because I'm not selling panic. I hate when people make that accusation. I'm trying to live in reality. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. You never have as much time with your superstar as you think. If I'm Cade Cunningham, now, if you're not going to blame Cade for why this roster looks the way it does, fine. Then how comfortable are you in a league where it feels like you are no more than a year away from your superstar demanding a trade? Listen, you're wasting Cade's time. This roster is a waste of time. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that to be provocative or hurt anybody's feeling. You can't keep doing this. You made the playoffs 2 years ago. You felt like you could have beat the Knicks. Malik Beasley throws the ball into the 8th row because he owed his barber money. I'm kidding, sort of. The point is,
maybe
you didn't make a big move after that offseason. Then you go into last season. We all knew you were the cat's meow. You did nothing at the deadline. Now this offseason, to me, it's one of the 5 to 7 worst in the league. of any team that spent money. You can't say it's anything like New Orleans. Let's check New Orleans offseason. They did not spend a singular dollar in free agency. How long is Cade going to wait? Because, again, I make people pick a pathway. If this is what he wants, okay, fine, he won't ask out anytime soon. How on God's green earth is this what he wanted? You better be real careful, because in this league, things move quick. If you told Celtic fans 2 years ago that the franchise, along with Jaylen Brown, there'd be a rift and it would be all over, they'd go, wait, we're winning an NBA championship this year. There's no way. Cutscene. He gone. I'd be very careful. That's my problem with what the Pistons are doing. It was all we try, we don't do. If I'm Cade, you got one more season with me before I start squawking.
Well, Mike, to your point, next year, barring catastrophic injury on multiple teams in the Eastern Conference, is probably a gap year for the Pistons, where they are likely not going to win 60 games and be the top seed in the East, and likely not going to win the NBA championship. So then we have 3 years left on his contract. And as Corbin mentioned earlier in the show, everybody knows that last year is a negotiation year and can often be null and void before he gets traded. He's going to get $61 million in 29-30.
And you'll never get to that. Like, if it doesn't continue the right way. So let me ask you this question. I asked Rico this earlier in the week. How many teams in the East are where you would say comfortably better than the Pistons as you sit here today?
The Knicks.
1.
The Cavs.
2.
The Sixers.
3. You don't have to force that.
That's where I get uncomfortable.
No, okay.
I get uncomfortable when you mention Boston, when you mention Atlanta, when you mention Orlando, when you mention Indiana. I think they could certainly be.
How about this?
That's where I get uncomfortable.
Of the teams you just listed, one of them will pop.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Pistons.
Maybe even 2.
But for argument's sake, you're sitting probably 5th best in the East. In a revitalized East.
Anywhere from 5 to 8, yeah.
See, that's how I look at it and go, Trajan didn't do his job.
And you lose a year of Cade. And you bring up the question about, if you're Cade, how much longer do you let this go on? I wonder if he knew how bad this was going to get. And if he understood that Duren was going to be the most delusional athlete we've had in the last 2 to 3 years.
Yahoo Sports reporting Duren wants 5 at 287. Still, this isn't a report from June 24th. Today, he woke up.
Maybe if Cade knew that was going to be the situation, he would have operated the weight that he carries in the locker room a little bit differently going into this offseason.
I'll say it again to you, and I understand it's not popular, but this is where I always blame the superstar. They don't make these moves without Cade. Cade's voice is the loudest voice in that building. If Cade went along with it, you're complicit. You're John Jansen with a Michigan scandal. If you're not going to squawk and say something, well, you're part of the problem, Tito. Cade, we're getting you Isaiah Joe. You know what Cade has a right to say? Try again. Well, how about John Collins? How about Joan Collins? I mean,
don't forget Taurean Prince.
So my point, you got to pick. If you don't blame him, he co-signed these moves.
I bet he did, but with the expectation that there were more moves coming. And maybe was kind of the expectation.
Maybe
for all
there will
of us.
be. Maybe there'll be some whiz bang pow move the night before before camp. As we sit here today, the East got better. I don't think you got tangibly better. That's a failure. That's not acceptable. It's not fair to Cade. It's not fair to the paying customers in this town. It's not right. But this is what our GMs do in this town. We'll get more to text. I know we got stuff to do. David's telling me I'm number 1, and that's not complimentary. All right, MLB season is in full swing. Hey, how about a James Outman 2-out, 2-strike home run when you're hitting 150? Sure. Daily homers on FanDuel. You probably got plus 2,000 on that one. FanDuel, bonuses on home run picks. It's FanDuel.com/Michigan to get started. FanDuel.com/Michigan. You can opt in for daily dingers. 21 and up, President Michigan. No purchase is necessary. The opt-in is required. Bonus issued non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms, sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER. Fair or foul? Corbin joining in. This is Sports, Non-Sports, and I've got a good one.
You have a good one.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to start?
No, you just gave it to me off the air. Okay. David, music, please.
All right, I'm going to start with one because I was on vacation last week, and so some of these are inspired from my trip.
Okay.
I did something I've never done in my life before. No, that is not what I did.
What a vacation.
I went golfing, and fair or foul, I hit a guy without yelling for. Let me add some context.
Is this like Curb? Was he deaf?
No. So I had a very poor drive. I drop kicked it for the non-golfers who don't know what that means. I hit the ground before I hit the ball. So it wasn't going very far, but it is still off the tee, an elevated tee box, and it was slicing to the right into the trees, and right from under the tree line, as soon as my golf ball gets to its landing point, comes a golf cart. And I drilled this guy right in the chest, and he let out a yelp. You could have heard it from all the way back here, and I was in Minnesota. I mean, I raced down there, and I apologized and said, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you. I would have yelled for, obviously, but it came in last second, can I buy you a beer or something? And he was a good sport about it. He was fine. He just went on and kept playing, but I've never done that before. That's the first time in my life I've hit somebody.
All I'm thinking about is the movie Falling Down. Oh, where are your pills? Oh, they're in the cart? Oh, you and your stupid little hat. All right, so I'm not a guy. I don't know if I'm qualified to answer this.
Are you familiar with the manners?
Yes, like if you shank one, you're supposed to just blurt out for.
Well, no, if it's going near somebody, you're supposed to yell for as a courtesy. So
you
they
didn't
can, like,
see the
take
guy.
cover.
You weren't a jerk about it. You offered to buy him a beer. You seemed like you had empathy.
Yes.
I think this is fair, but I'm also not qualified.
Yeah, no, it's fair. You handled it in a very fair manner. And what are the odds of that happening? His cart turns at the perfect time where your ball's at, like, come on now.
There was maybe a lawsuit here. His cart didn't have one of those visors, that go halfway up and then you can flip the little like plastic windshield. I think if his cart had that, we might have been okay, but he's got a big welt on his chest now.
God.
Yeah, if the cart was sitting there and you knew they were there and then the ball goes that way, yes, you should have yelled it, but they popped up out of nowhere. So I think you're fair.
Yeah, it was last second. I was so scared, but
All right, Mike, this is for you to go back to my Benedict mastering point.
Hey, Corbin's got his diary again.
My Bible, yeah.
From the book of Exodus, Corbin Simons.
All righty. Fair or foul, how Adam Silver in the NBA is handling the aspiration investigation. We're on
Foul.
what now? Almost month 10
Foul.
or 11?
Totally foul.
Thank you. It is because to answer your question about Mathern, why he's not on the team, Clippers want him. We can't do anything without knowing what happens with this Kawhi trade.
I think it's pretty absurd that a league where, by the way, Adam Silver, high-powered attorney, a league filled with resources that we all would just be astounded by. You cannot have this drag on. This is almost like spending $12 million on a report and not producing a report.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, I just saw that too. Now, I don't understand it. We've all known Kawhi had a questionable situation. This needed to be buttoned up.
David Stern would have had it done by Christmas last year.
Absolutely. I think this is definitely foul. The only defense I can think of, and it's not a good one, is that he was maybe waiting for the LeBron situation to sort itself out, because that was holding up the offseason for the rest of the NBA as well. Now everybody else is going to get moving in free agency and in restricted free agency, like you bring up with Mathurin. But for Silver, I don't think that factors in. So definitely foul.
I just think it does. I'm not a big Silver guy as is, but he has just waited too long, and he had the whole regular season to handle it. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, it's foul. I mean, I guess he's trying to ride that line because I don't really think he wants to punish the owner here. So I think that's why he's taking forever, but he has to do his job, so it's foul.
Ballmer is the richest owner in the league, might I add.
By the way, fair or foul, allowing this Tom Dundon or whatever to buy the Blazers and just be an absolute grift.
Awful.
That's a disgrace. Portland
Terrible.
Deserves better. Sorry. Carry on.
Absolutely foul. Next one, fair or foul. Mike, you mentioned you learned today that I'm an AMC A-lister, so
Yes.
keeping with that theme, fair or foul, discussing the plot for a movie around coworkers who don't want it spoiled.
Foul. Got to respect people.
Now, I bring this up as I agreed that it's foul, as someone who vehemently avoids any and all information I can about a movie I'm about to see. And in pre-show today, Corbin brought up the point about, for example, the Odyssey was written 10,000 years ago, and we all know what's going to happen. But this has happened with two different movies. Another movie coming out in December, Dune, is also based on books that not everybody, i.e. me, have read.
What? I don't care. Keep moving.
The trailer came out, and I had coworkers discussing.
No, that's foul. But you're bringing up other movies. I don't even know.
Two.
What the hell's a Dune?
The Dune series.
Timothy Chalamet, your boy, the ping pong boy.
I'm out. That movie sucked. that Pete Supreme, movie sucked. I couldn't believe I wasted my time watching that movie.
This is a different series. This is like sci-fi. This is Star Wars-esque.
Oh, so nerd stuff. Rico would love it. All right, keep it moving.
Coming out.
No, see, I think it's foul as well. The one thing, and I can give you the leeway on the Dune because those are books I haven't read, and I don't know how the third movie will go, but we had to read the Odyssey in school.
I've read it.
Yeah,
I understand.
so
I'm just a guy who likes to know as little about the movie as possible.
But yeah, no. If you're out here spoiling stuff, especially after it's come out like a week or so,
and you can't do it to an AMC A-lister.
Exactly. Clap for him, damn it.
Can't believe that's a thing.
Yeah, it's foul. You should never do this to anyone. But if it's a book, it might be more fair.
But my thing is I haven't read the Dune books.
I understand
so
that.
I don't know what happens in book 3, and these guys are talking about, well, I wonder how they're going to do this in the movie, and when this happens,
Hey,
well,
David.
3 is actually a slow burn. So I don't want to know that.
David, have you ever thought about doing some form of like AMC A-lister program with Greater Life?
No.
Like you get priority pew seating, or you get like you can request a scripture, like Casey Kasem request and dedication. Like you could, David, this could be a moneymaker. You're a Greater Life A-lister.
Absolutely.
You get priority seating. You get priority you could do parking with your name on the spot. Like when you go to West Point.
The parking lot is right next to the church.
No, but the priority people get the spots right next to the door.
In front of the handicap spots.
Yes. You are priority.
There is some revenue here to be made, David, if you want it.
A Greater Life A-lister. All right, that's enough. More fair or foul later in the show. 97.1.
Brought to you by National Benefit Plans. LeBron James will now look to become the first player in NBA history to win a title with 4 different teams. He announced he's heading to the 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal. Their projected starting lineup includes James, Maxey, offseason acquisition Brown, VJ Edgecombe, and Joel Embiid. NBA insider Kevin Smith says we should expect some other deals to start moving now that LeBron has found his landing spot. Yahoo Sports is hearing that Pistons center Jalen Duren wants a max deal, a.k.a. 5 years, $287 million. The article quotes an unnamed executive, quote, "They're just going to sit and stare at each other. It's a staring contest. Sounds like he wants more," end quote. Well, the Tigers have game 2 of their 4-game series with the Royals. Tarek Skubal is on the mound. Here, the 6:40 first pitch right here on 97.1. Members of the 06 team will be in attendance celebrating the 20th anniversary of the AL pennant. The team now has just 3 of their draftees from this season unsigned, including second-rounder Tyson LeBlanc. Today, 15th-round pitcher Dustin Dunwoody says he's honoring his commitment to USC. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has been cleared to practice, according to Andy Reid. Former Cowboys QB and current CBS analyst Tony Romo was arrested in Milwaukee yesterday for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Michigan basketball's matchup versus Duke will not happen this year. Big Ten media rights got in the way. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
Brendan Shabath in for Rico. We have got the venerable Corbin Simons on phones and David with me. People, we may have a developing story. I don't care. I'm going to put on a baseball hat made of foil. Are you ready?
Are you going to get the sounder for this?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to overstimulate people. But let me just offer this to you. So in our commercial break, you had Otto's report here about, hey, now that LeBron is signed, okay, other things can happen. And then you had, outside of a very salacious audio drop, that the Pistons and Duren are just going to stare at each other. Here's my point. Kevin Durant has put something into the universe. And it is a picture, David showed this to me. It is a picture of Kevin Durant sitting next to Cade Cunningham. Woo! Hold on, because we're going to do a classic right here. Something or nothing. Because the good pastor over there says it's nothing. That KD's needy, just wants a little attention on the day that LeBron had his day. The other side of it is, it's no secret he is fond of Cade Cunningham. It's no secret we would walk over hot fire to get Kevin Durant here. Why? Because, well, much like a Rieger ad, John Collins doesn't make it move. We are looking for something.
I think it moved.
That gets do something. Do something. Like Kevin Durant, for all of his faults, and there are plenty. If I offer you Kevin Durant or the current roster, you're taking Kevin Durant. 50% from the field, 40% from 3, about 87% from the line. I want to ask the question on a beautiful Friday afternoon. Is Kevin Durant trolling? Is this something or is it nothing? We go to now, according to Ticket Text, the whitest man in America, Brendan Shabath. I don't know why that award has happened, but congratulations.
I'll take it, I guess.
Also, AMC Platinum member. What the hell is it called?
A-lister.
A-lister.
Mike, please applaud when you say it. I think if this was quite literally any other player in the NBA, it'd be an easy nothing. But this is...
Sell it.
Mr. Burner account Kevin Durant. Mr. Chronically Online Kevin Durant. I'm not saying he's coming to Detroit. Book it now. Buy your season tickets. I'm not saying that. But it's not nothing that Cade Cunningham, on the day LeBron announces, is featured in Kevin Durant's Instagram post. Now, we should caveat this with those familiar with the app understand you can post slide posts, essentially, and this is one of a number of slides.
Can you Explain to me like I'm a second grader.
So when you post on Instagram, your post pops up on my For You page, and there are little dots on the bottom, and I can swipe through, and here's picture number one.
So it's a library
and here's
of
picture number
photos.
two, and here's
Okay.
picture number three.
Did Kevin Durant do that?
Yes, I believe, if that's correct. Yeah, I haven't seen Corbin.
If Dwayne Casey's the second photo, we're in the money, baby.
Yeah, do we know what number Cade was in the order? Corbin's going to do the research.
He was 1, Mason was 2, and the Dancing Usher was 3. We are in.
Hooper was the last one as a little plus at
Do
the
you
end.
believe it's something or nothing?
It's not nothing, but I can't say it's something either. I mean, this is Instagram.
I will say, out of 5 photos in this, what the kids call photo dump, he was number 4.
Okay. 5 is not a lot. Most Instagram slides are 10 plus, maybe even borderline 20 now. It used to only be allowed to do 10.
Could I offer a morsel of hope? What if LeBron going to Philly woke up Tom Gorse? And I'm not talking about like party Tom, like not with the loud dress shirts and the t-shirt cannon, like the owner Tom. Like, Trajan, I told you money's not a problem. What is this?
I think
Like, am I wrong to just think maybe LeBron to Philly could have awoken Trajan from his Ambien coma?
as far as Tom goes, yes, maybe. I hope that's what happened. We would have, in that case, been better off had he gone to Cleveland. That would have really woken everybody up because that's your division rival. People don't know that you still have divisions in the NBA. Your geographic rival. You played them in the playoffs last year. We had kind of the owner battle back. Dan Gilbert took up a ton of seats at LCA for the Pistons' home playoff games last year.
Let me
there's
throw
that
it out
little
there.
rivalry there.
Let me throw it to the people. 248-539-9797. On the day LeBron goes to Philly, and I think anyone rational has to look at it and go, okay, that alone makes the East exponentially more difficult. But then you catalog all the other moves other teams have made, and let's face it, unless you're one of these Piston fan site weirdos, nobody really likes the Pistons offseason. Kevin Durant put a picture of him next to Cade Cunningham on social media on the very day LeBron is in Philly. But here's my thing. It's the same day that you got the worst update ever on Jalen Duren. That he's still, it's almost like, is Jalen Duren sleeping next to one of those frozen Marg machines? Like 5 at 287 is still his expectation. Jalen, booby, baby, like, that was never in the offing. The market has told you it's not in the offing. And it's the person who lists their house for a wholly ungettable price. And then it's 9 months later and they won't do a price reduction.
Mike, it's the person on the Facebook swap shop who puts a Weber up for $1,000.
There you go.
I'm not paying that much.
There you go.
I got another one right next to it for $175.
I got to ask people. I want to say it's something. Because I know somewhere Paul Serra is sunbathing right now, and I'm just telling you, he's muttering to himself, there's just got to be more. Do you know how many times I went back there earlier this week, and he's lecturing David on how the offseason, it doesn't make any sense. And he's moving his arms all over the place. And I'm like, Paul, I think it's over. Something or nothing, people. 248-539-9797. You're saying something.
If you make me pick, yes, because it's not nothing.
Well, we don't let it play out on this show. We're going to just talk.
I do think we have to factor in that they can't sign Kevin Durant. That has to be a trade.
Let me ask you a question. If you got and here's your problem. Not to nerd out, but I know NBA League Pass A-lister Corbin will appreciate this. Houston and the Pistons are kind of the Spider-Man meme. They are both shooting deficient. If Houston's giving up a guy who went 50-40-90. What's the ask? Well, the ask is what? Oh, they want the Thompson twins. Why? So they can have 2 of them who don't shoot? And are you giving up a Stuart Thompson for Kevin Durant?
Some people in the league are obsessed with putting the Thompson twins together. I've heard it brought up more in Houston than here in Detroit.
The problem is it doesn't fix their needs.
In Houston, no.
No,
I don't know that anything the Pistons have fixed their needs other than Duncan Robinson.
Or Isaiah Joe.
Turn around and trade.
Look, I don't care. David, something or nothing.
I really don't want to put cold water on this, but it's nothing. Because what happened the minute free agency started? He put out that picture where it looked like an Old English D hat, but it wasn't.
That's a fashion brand.
He was He was trying to get attention by putting that out there, knowing Detroiters would be like, "Oh, he's coming."
Well, I had to explain that to the whitest man in America
Yes.
over here. He wasn't aware that was a fashion brand.
Also, with this current post, you said he's number 4. The picture. Well, the first picture has a picture with Devin Booker, and
He's going back to Phoenix.
Former
and
teammate.
His caption on the
Devin
entire
Booker, big Detroit guy.
Also makes $76 million a year and sucks. Next.
His caption on the entire post is wealth and hellness. He's just trying to put pictures of his friends out here.
See, what David doesn't understand here is people, especially Kevin Durant, because you summed it up, Brendan. Kevin Durant, he is habitual on the internet. He loves it. He knows how to play
Which means
the
he
algorithm.
loves attention.
Look at it like this, though. Devin Booker, first picture, the pass. Cade, the fourth, the future. There you go.
I like it.
Go with it.
Here's something
You all
else.
have it.
Here's something else David doesn't know. Per a texter 3 minutes ago, KD put Cade on his story 2 weeks ago.
Which means it's just a thing of him doing the summer thing.
No.
I'm hanging out with my friends. This is who I
You know,
care
David,
about.
I've said this. Your negativity is the reason that there is a horse named the Paddock Pastor, and he never wins. And it's because of this. You have the wrong attitude.
I said if you want to have
Poor
hope, have
Paddock
hope.
Pastor.
But
He
you
draws the
all-
outside every time, and he just can't win. He runs huge, can't win a race.
They're not making any more moves. KD's not coming here. I'm sorry.
Okay, the bottom line is with LeBron going to Philly, the only hope you have of even being in that series, of attempting to use your culture as the weapon in the defense, if you put KD with Cade, that elevates you. I'm not a KD guy, but I mean, come on, I'm not going to be obtuse about it. Do I like him? No, I find his behavior abhorrent, but he's an elite scorer, and he had an elite season last year. Houston's failings were not on him. But the Duren thing is what I can't figure out. You can't do this move without knowing what you're doing there. And if he wants 287 and you're offering 120, there's no deal to be had. 248-539-9797. We're going to sort this out. Something or nothing, damn it. Northville Lumber, largest Trex decking outlet in the country, and Northville's Michigan's Trex Superstore. Brand new warehouse, size of Ford Field. Everything's in stock all the time. Full window program as well. So if you're a contractor, you're not doing business with them, you're losing money. No one touched them on selection, service, price. It's Northville Lumber. Stop by today. Take home some samples or simply go to northvillelumber.com. That's northvillelumber.com. All right, we're going to get to the people, but Shabbath has a question first.
I do.
So ask it.
I have an answer before that. You brought up why I was given the award of the whitest dude on planet Earth. We got a text that says because he's literally throwing off the white balance on the studio cameras. So I'm doing the Jim Costa thing.
Like cookies in the morning when he looks like
when
Poltergeist?
The sun comes through.
Okay, got it.
I'm apparently doing this at 5 p.m. So
that's tough.
That's why I take the throne from Jim Costa.
Noted. I appreciate the explanation from the texters. I was like, damn.
Yeah, I didn't know either. My question.
Yes.
You have said, and I agree with you, as do I think most of the fan base, as we've done, hold my hand here, the Tarek Skubal conversation a lot.
Oh, God.
Is you can't make a 5-year decision based on 10 games.
Correct.
And whether you're going to buy or sell, or you think you're going to make the playoffs or not, trading Tarek Skubal is the best thing you can do for the future of the franchise.
I agree.
This year is basically a wash. You're probably not competing for a World Series. You have to trade the guy and plan for your future. We've been talking about Kevin Durant posting Cade Cunningham on Instagram. Is it something or nothing? And should the Pistons try to get Kevin Durant? Well, even with Kevin Durant, does this Pistons team, does that move the needle enough for them to compete with the Sixers and the Knicks and the Celtics and the other teams in the Eastern Conference that we think are better than them for an NBA title this year?
Okay. I'm only going to add one caveat to it. Win the Eastern Conference or get to the ECF with a credible shot to go to the NBA Finals. The reason I can't say win the finals, I don't know that anything any of these teams do is going to do anything with a healthy OKC, where they didn't have Jalen Williams, or a more mature San Antonio Spurs team, whose best players are babies. But I would say yes, based on the Pistons do have depth. They have added shooting in the margins. Adding a Kevin Durant, I think you're unlocking something in Cade that we're yet to see, but we know is there.
Okay.
Right? I would say yes. Now, only for 2 years, but I'm still doing it.
Right, because you see why I bring this up, though.
I do.
And it's not a gotcha. I'm genuinely curious
about. No, I'm not mad at all.
Because you probably have to give up your best shooter currently, Duncan Robinson, your best defender, Asar Thompson, maybe your top 5 pick, Ron Holland, and a future. That's a lot of assets in the future upcoming on what we already assume is probably going to be a gap year.
Yep.
Just to get a short-term aged Kevin Durant. Now, still 26, 5, and 4 last year, like you said, 50, 40, 90. I'm not debating Kevin Durant's
I almost
production.
compare it to LeBron in a way, is that yes, they defy their age. We know there's a freshness date, but for next year or one more after, I also factor in what's the pool of acquisition I'm operating in. Mm-hmm. Sure, I could throw out a bunch of names. Like, I want Laurie Market. He's not available.
Right.
Or if he is, it's going to cost you something that is probably punitive. If this is what's available, this is what I do. Because as currently constituted, they have absolutely no chance of getting it done next year. None. Mm-hmm. So that's my answer. I mean, again, the Skubal thing is different in one way. We're talking about the cost of keeping a player versus what I'm getting trading them.
Right.
So when I say, hey, look, that's a 5-year decision, Brendan, my problem is if I lose Skubal and I'm over to tax, I buy, I keep him, he leaves, it's a 4th-round comp, that's crap. Versus I trade him and there's going to be a bidding war. I think it's while the label on it looks similar, I do think they're different sports conversations.
Absolutely.
So that's my one difference.
That's where I just have a little hesitation in the Kevin Durant conversation, is realizing what you have to give up. And for me, on a personal level, it's the fact that Asar Thompson is probably a piece in that trade. And that's a guy, as you know, I really do not want to get rid of here in Detroit and would be willing to pay when that contract comes up next year.
Oh, it's coming.
But everything you got to give up to get an aging Kevin Durant, who is, I don't think we're there yet, but who is coming closer and closer every year to that fall-off year where we realize his career is done. The assets you have to give up to get him give me a little bit of pause, especially because even
Fair.
with him, you're probably not winning the East next year.
It's fair. There's nothing else I can say to argue it. Let's go to the people. Let's see what they've got to say. Aaron, 97.1. Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Mike. How are you today, brother?
Good, buddy. What's on your mind?
Well, first of all, you guys just asked if and I was on hold when this came up, so I'll put this in real quick. I think the Durant thing is something, not nothing, and I don't think it has anything to do with anything going on behind the scenes between the Pistons and the Rockets. I think it's just Kevin Durant's way of saying I would be willing to make this move if you guys can figure it out. The second thing is that a big thing that you have to compare between the Pistons and the rest of the East is what's just happened with this LeBron thing today. With LeBron on that team, if that team is healthy, at any point during the game, they could have 2 All-NBA players on the floor for a full 48 minutes, period. That is not something a lot of teams in either the East or the West can do.
No.
Right? The other problem is that you mentioned a team earlier. And it's the Atlanta Hawks. I don't think that most Pistons fans watch the NBA the way that some of us do. Shout out NBA NBA TV.
League Pass All-Star Corbin Simons.
Yeah, there you go. League Pass All-Star. The idea that Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Lou Dort are on that team make that one of the best wing defensive teams in the Eastern Conference, period, point blank.
Correct.
They are not the Trae Young Hawks from a few years ago that won 60 games and flamed out. If the Pistons are somewhere between the 3 and the 7 seed and the Hawks are the ones you play and you're on the road, you're dead. If you happen to be the 8 seed and you're playing Philadelphia, you're dead. If it doesn't blow out, you went out the first round last year. This team has gotten exactly nothing out of the last trade deadline and this offseason.
Correct.
And the teams around you in the East have all gone out and done something. And granted, Orlando didn't do a lot, but just being healthy is addition by addition.
Having a coach that the locker room openly doesn't hate, along with, not losing. Look, their big three, I think they played a grand total of 19 games together in the regular season. Now, it's the second year in a row this happened. But no, Aaron, I'm with you. And look, I mean, the Atlanta thing, hey, it looks good on paper. Got to see it. Let it show. I mean, we thought Orlando was going to be hot to trot. The injuries took it away. I mean, even Atlanta, it's like no one even brings it up. They got one of my favorite players out of the draft in Kingston Fleming.
Yeah, no, they're great. And here's the other one, and I want to make a comparison between sports. If Trajan Langdon is not careful, he's going to become Steve Yzerman, because I hate to tell you, the Chicago Bulls fired everybody in their front office and their coaching staff and replaced them all, and they've gotten significantly better. They might only win 38 games this year, but you better believe that in 1 or 2 years, that team is going to be coming around. If that front office does what Atlanta's front office has done, or what Philly's front office has done, or what the Knicks or Boston has done, you're going to have three actually, if you count the Pacers. You're going to have the Bulls, the Pacers, and the Cavaliers in your division all getting better over the next couple of years, and you're dealing with Jalen Duren.
I'm with you. So, Brendan, you can go right ahead. I agree with it.
No, I'm in agreement as well. That it feels, Mike, you had a good analogy earlier. It feels like we're in a race and we just got passed by 3 cars. I think the Pistons are better based on the moves they made this offseason than they are last year, but they did not get as much better as everyone else around them did, and it was tenfolded today with LeBron to Philly.
And I say it again, you never can get comfortable with your superstar. The NBA is like no other league, and if you keep wasting time and goofing around and doing this margins and analytics crap, I just dread the day where Cade goes, I had enough. This isn't L.A. This isn't Miami. I know on a lesser level because they went a long time without being New York, but now it's not New York. Like, players want out. I mean, you can blame the Celtics all you want for the Jaylen Brown thing. I don't think Jaylen wanted to be back. He didn't want to play second fiddle to Tatum. You're playing for the Boston Celtics. You got an all-NBA tag team partner. You've already won championship together. You could have had a second if you didn't gag. The whole point is, how long's Cade going to sit here going, wait, so This team gives their superstar this guy, and I get Isaiah Joe. That's what we're doing. This Kevin Durant thing, like, I don't think it's a thing, but like I'm grasping at anything because this offseason is one of the 4, 5, 6 worst in the league. It really is.
I know Paul Sarah's enjoying this segment right now.
I know. There's just got to be more. Let's go to Tom, 97.1. Tommy, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good. What's on your mind?
So I'm wondering if, Cade just doesn't realize that he needs that star. Like, has he gotten to that point where does he think that, I can win with like these role players. I can win with these guys. Like, I'm good enough to carry this team, where I feel that maybe, if he's on the Olympic team in 2028, if, it kind of becomes like a Larkin situation where he does finally recognize, like I need to have that number 2 next to me. Like, it's not going to work with, the misfit toys or what have you.
If Cade
I don't know
goes
if
to
he's there
Team
yet,
USA,
from a leadership standpoint.
if he goes to Team USA and comes back and forces a trade, heaven help me. I'm going to be so upset. I'm with you, Tom.
I think the other problem is, and Kevin Durant suffered from this. I'm going to go build my own team, and I want to play with James Harden and Kawhi and Kyrie, and it blew up in his face. Sometimes players identify the wrong dogs to run with. If Cade really loves it.
It can look good on paper and not like, not really
my
work
whole
out
point
in
is
reality.
Hey, we're speculating, but we also know nothing happens with the Pistons without Cade's approval. There's probably a reason why Jalen Duren wasn't available in sign-in trades. So, you do get to a point, and I know I'm not trying to box Brendan into a corner here, but like at a certain point, you're going to have to start blaming Cade for what goes on at LCA on the hardwood. He essentially gets to run the team. That's the modern NBA. So the players that are here for a reason. And if it doesn't work or it's not good enough, at a certain point, you can yell about the owner, you can yell about the GM. It's on him. So, the Duren thing, and that's the other problem, man. That report today from Yahoo Sports that he has dug in and wants 5 at 287, I can't help you. Yeah. There's no mediation for that. That makes the opening scene of Wedding Crashers look like a birthday party.
I get what you're saying, too, about Cade having some blame. And I think Cade wants Duren here, and that's part of the reason he is sort of, I guess, still here, however you want to put it.
Limbo.
Right. But the front office and the coaching staff also
100%.
Still want him here.
No doubt.
That is, I think, a larger part of the reason.
The same thing with Skubal. You can blame Skubal. The Tigers deserve blame, too, because they knew this was always a distinct possibility. It could be this way. And I think a lot of baseball people felt like winter meetings, you trade him. You get a haul. You could still sign Framber. You had Melton. You had Flaherty. You signed Verlander. You had Montero. They could have still done it all. Been right in the spot they're in, or who knows, better. If you trade Skubal, you open up more money. It's never one side being blameless. I agree.
It's Larkin and Steve.
Oh, God almighty.
Both for blame, too.
Steve, see ya. 97.1. Well, it's a beautiful Friday, and we've devolved into Kevin Durant burner accounts, and now Corbin has sauntered in saying Jalen Duren has made his first social media post since May. It is a paid partnership, but you're saying comments are off. Well, yeah, I think I know why.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not mad. I don't care.
It's part of the reason the Michigan board didn't take questions.
Okay, you know what? Moving along. Just let it roll. Can we get some text, please? By the way, nobody can get Corbin's name right. He's Connor. He's Colby.
I've seen
he's
Conrad, Colby, Colton.
Yeah. I've seen every name known to man. I honestly, I like it, but it's Corbin.
I think it's a funny bit, honestly, to just keep getting it wrong. Maybe we should just do that from now on. Tex says, I'd take KD, but I'm not giving up premium assets for him.
All right, then you're not getting him. I mean, I just like what that is. Oh God, it goes all the way back to the start of my career down here. Hey, we could trade Rip for KG. No, you can't. No, you can't.
Give them Duncan Robinson's contract, Ron Holland, and possibly one first-round pick. You can't give up assets that will prevent us from acquiring a long-term running mate for Cade.
Hold on. Ron Holland. What was that? Duncan Robinson. I mean,
and a first.
Here, give him ball warts. Like, what are we talking about? It's Kevin Durant. Here, when you text something stupid, I want you, before you hit send, to pretend it's Houston radio. And you've traded Kevin Durant to the Pistons, and all you get is a guy who was DNP CD in the playoffs, Duncan Robinson, and picks that will be outside the top 25.
And Colton, the call screener.
Right. Like, come on, guys.
Regarding whether it's something or nothing that Cade is featured on Durant's Instagram post, someone says, hoping it's something. We need scoring and shot creation, and KD is the best, most efficient scorer in the game, has been still.
Yeah, and you know what? You did lose a little bit of shot creation. I mean, I wasn't a Tobias guy. I didn't want him back. But Tobias has more shot creation to his game than John Collins.
Photo number 2 in KD's post is of him playing pickleball. He's more likely to become a pro pickleballer than a Piston. This is nothing.
Okay, respect. I didn't want to take you through Hot Fudge Sunday toppings like the morning show, all right? So we rolled with some NBA. Guys, I'm doing what I can. It's 75 and sunny.
Someone says they have to at least attempt publicly to get KD, not behind closed doors.
But the problem is... and all the water carriers, the Pistons did try. Well, they tried with Kawhi. They tried with... This isn't try. It's do. It's no different than a doctor. The difference is no one dies. The doctor doesn't come out and go, I tried. How'd your day go at work, honey? Well, I had 7 patients die, but I tried. No, I did. I kept people alive. It's the same principle. You only get credit for what you accomplish as a GM of a professional team.
Someone says, give up Duren, not Asar. Well, look, they have Şengün.
But here's the difference, okay? Alperen Şengün is interesting is that he's a point center. Now, he's not a defensive player, but you can operate your offense with him triggering it in fourth quarters. He's a very talented player. Here's your problem. It would require a third team. If Houston wants to make a shift to a defensive big man, work with me, all jokes aside about what happened in the playoffs, they would take Duren. Şengün would have to go somewhere else because that's not the move you're making here.
Right.
I mean, I like Şengün, and I don't worry about one guy on the floor who's not a good defender. The team can pick up the slack.
Another one says Langdon is an idiot.
Okay.
Pistons would have all the leverage had he not traded Stu for a bag of balls. Now Duren has all the leverage as you're rolling with Reed and a second-round rookie otherwise, so they have no choice but to give him the super max.
No, they have choices.
He will sit out until unrestricted free agent next year.
No, he will not sit out and earn no money. His other option is to pass up, say, $150 million and take 9.5.
That would be idiocy.
Well,
he also, let's get one thing straight, that Duren, in my opinion, essentially has no leverage this year, at least for this upcoming season.
Correct.
He can grab all the leverage if he completely flips the script and does what we said would be idiocy for personal growth.
And it would mean
it'd
be hard to walk in that locker room. And I know players operate differently, but the scrutiny around that decision, the idea that you passed up being here for 4 to 5 years to get out of here so bad that you cost yourself $141 million, I'm sorry. That makes me ask questions about who you are. Like, everybody has a right to go make their money, but man, when you start flirting with Sacramento, come on, you're telling me an awful lot.
This situation is not even resolved, and I'm worried about the chemistry and the conversations in the locker room.
Yeah.
Because Duren is a guy that is well liked within the team by all accounts that we've seen, from guys like Cade, from guys like Tobias, from guys like Asar. But this is going to have him in a different headspace and a different attitude when he comes to the building every day, no matter how it plays out. Because we're already on day 200-something of him not being signed and this not being sorted, and he's already probably not too happy with the situation. If you add in the fact that he's coming back next year for what we hope is not the $290 million that he wants, he's going to be even more upset. And then the guys on the team have to be like, dude, you averaged 10 and 9 in the playoffs.
But I want to say this one more time. All the reporting, and it's been consistent, the Pistons have no appetite to put him in a sign and trade. So you have to go back to the Cade thing I brought up. That's got Cade written all over it. You're not trading my guy. To me, if I'm the organization and I'm dealing with somebody who's this unreasonable, oh, no. Sign and trade, that's your middle name. You're gone. I'm not dealing with this. But he's here. So, again, I'm not ready to lay the blame on Cade's welcome mat. I'm not ready to say that he's blameless either. There's something. You know what? We have a drop for this.
Well, I think what's wrong is the fact that Jalen Duren thinks he's worth $290 million. And I go back to, I genuinely, if there is somebody out there who knows a rule that I am not aware of or some reason why this cannot be a 2-year at 80, 2 at 70, 1 at 35, 1 at 40 prove-it deal, then tell me, why are all the conversations hundreds of millions of dollars for 4 or 5 years? Why is that the only solution? You slashed your averages in half in the postseason. You're not worth $300 million.
He's right, 97-1. It's the Shabath and Corbin special. It's fair or foul.
Brought to you by Corbin's Holy Bible. I'll start us off with another road trip one. Did a lot of driving up to the UP, over to Minneapolis, back down through Chicago. We did the whole tour of the Midwest to go on this road trip. And fair or foul, going less than 80 miles per hour in the left lane?
That's foul.
Absolutely foul.
That's foul.
Because I experienced this quite a bit. And now most people are good about getting over if you're getting up
That's
on
all
them.
I ask.
But all these roads that we're on this trip, we're all going on long road trips. Nobody's going 30 minutes to work out here. I mean, we're all taking multi-hour trips. If you're going to be in the left lane,
You're in the boonies.
you got to push on it a little bit.
No. All I ask is if you don't want to go that fast, that is not a problem. Please
Absolutely.
move to the right.
Right.
You are not the sheriff. You are not the controller. You're not HR. You don't get to control what other people do. I hate the people that get in the left lane and they squat.
Well, yeah,
It's foul. It's ridiculous.
It's not just patrolling the other cars. It's like if you're the driver and you're on a road like that, you got to pay attention. Some people are just like oblivious to the fact that they're in the left lane going 72. Come on, dude. We got to move over.
Yeah, it's egregious. If you're in the left lane, there's a minimal requirement of in terms of speed what you should be going, and if it's 80 or less, then you shouldn't even have a license.
Got to start with an 8.
It has to start with a 9, but
That is not the case. That is a little much,
but
David.
it's foul. Yeah, get out of my way.
You're not
Yes.
trying to get pulled over. You're just trying to move at an acceptable gray area rate of speed.
I'm always good. Never get pulled over.
Okay, all right.
Or maybe it should start with the 1. All right, moving on.
No.
Moving on from that.
Oh, that's too much for you, David? This guy's like 95 or nothing.
Fair or foul, and I'll add a little bit more context after I say it. Fair or foul. People who don't put out their garbage properly on garbage day. So I like to do a lot of cardio, bike, walking. And in my subdivision, there are a couple of houses I've noticed who they'll put out the bin, they're recycling, but then if they had pizza multiple times, they'll stack up the boxes, not put them in a bag or whatever. Basically, it's kind of have loose garbage where it's like, hey, like certain boxes like a TV, sure, go for it. But I'm talking small things that just put them in a bin. That's all you need to do, kind of, condense things properly. And when the wind comes, it's kind of all going in the street and whatnot. It's criminal.
Where
Yeah.
the hell do you live? All right, foul.
Chesterfield, baby.
Foul.
But is this affecting your cardio exercise? There's a sidewalk, is
It's
there not?
unsightly. He doesn't want to look at it.
Okay, yeah,
that
all
part
right.
as well. And I will say, when I bike, I'm on the street, so
Okay.
got to move around
There
some
you
things.
go. Yeah, I will say, so you talk about, a big TV box, people leaving it out. When we moved just a couple of weeks ago, we had thousands and thousands of boxes. Learned the hard way, better be in the bin or they're not taking it.
Yeah, you got to break your boxes down.
I know.
Okay, I'm just trying to help.
Well, he's talking about people leaving TV boxes out in Chesterfield.
It sounds like he lives near animals. I got nothing for you. He's floating garbage on his bike ride. What the hell are we doing here?
I thought it was standard to break down your box, whatever it is.
Yeah,
and
it's
put it in
common
a bin.
sense.
Corbin swallows someone's
Foul.
old sandwich wrapper that's floating in the wind. He's on his bike.
I hope it's a PB&J wrapper.
All right. Fair or foul? Experienced this yesterday. Using "Hi, how are you" as a greeting if you're a solicitor. Because what happened, I'm walking in a wholesale grocery store. I'm on a mission. We're here for a specific item and we're on a time crunch. I'm walking there. I'm not paying attention to what stands and what signs and who's advertising around me. But some nice young woman goes, "Hi, how are you?" Mike, what would you answer to "Hi, how are you"?
Good, how are you?
Exactly what I did.
But
And
now
then-
you're engaged in a conversation.
Yes. Oh, what internet do you have? What cell phone provider do you have? How much do you pay for it? Would you like to check? No, I'm good. I'm actively walking away. I'm not trying to be rude where I just completely stonewall the person, but I'm clearly not interested. So don't take advantage of my kindness as a good human being to answer with "Good, how are you?" as an opportunity to try to sell me something.
See, that's when you got, sorry, brother, got no change. Keep walking. I can't be doing this right now. I got things to do.
This is tough because I try to have a soft spot for people that are doing a job nobody wants. Nobody wants to be the solicitor, just like you don't want to be the solicitee.
Exactly.
But that feels like a shady tactic. I'm going to say just over the foul line. Slightly foul.
Yes,
because you still do reserve the right, once you realize you've been hoodwinked, you go silent and keep walking.
Yes, and that's why I brought it up, because I thought it was a good one, because even though
It is.
I was the solicitee who was annoyed in this situation, I do understand and see the side of, you got to sell something. You got bills to pay.
It's fair. They're doing their job. I think this was on you. Just keep quickly walking by. They will never say anything to you.
But that's just straight up ignoring them. I mean, it was clearly directed
But you're in a
at
hurry.
me.
You already said you're in a hurry. You know what you have to do. They don't know that. So they're trying to say hi. They don't know you're in a hurry because just keep quickly walking by.
I think I would say fair had eye contact been made. There was no eye contact prior to the hi, how are you? If I glance and you want to greet, fine. But I was locked in on where we were going for this item, and I was thrown off to the side.
See, if I see someone,
you can tell I watched Seinfeld.
If I see someone who unfortunately has to be a solicitor from afar, I'll do the fake I'm on a phone, move. Be like, oh, hey, mom, how you doing? Oh, sorry, I'm on the phone right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Corbin has no time or change for anybody.
Not at all. All right, moving on from that. Fair or foul. And this was a late addition to my Bible because David kind of reamed me out back here about it. Fair or foul, being an NBA Cup fan.
That's foul.
Excuse me?
Being an NBA Cup fan.
It's foul, man. No
What the hell
one
is
cares
fair?
about the NBA Cup.
I love it.
Oh, the stupid in-season tournament?
I love it.
No, foul. Immediate
Let
loser.
me tell you.
That's
real
a
quick,
dead loser.
So we now have, in the last two shows, Summer League, League Pass, and NBA Cup fan from Corbin Simons.
I told you I love me some association. Let me
And
put it this
apparently
way.
you love the 80s NBA because all the shorts you wear to work are 3-inch inseam.
They had a
you're
good look back then, damn it.
Brother, you're not Larry Bird. You're showing egregious thigh. Get some gloves.
It's like Shabbat said, I got to show off the tattoo. I
I'm
spend my
just
hard-earned
making a
USD
point.
on
He
it.
really wants you to know
Dude,
he's got that
this
Spider-Man
guy,
tattoo.
you may as well have Kevin McHale producing our show today. It's unbelievable. He saunters in. He's got phosphorus white legs. Put some shorts
Let me
on.
add some context to this NBA Cup.
Jeez.
After LeBron's moved now to Philadelphia, the B region in the East, Knicks, Sixers, Heat,
what are we
Cavs,
doing?
Pacers. That's must-watch television, baby.
Next, immediately. Please, God, next.
All right, let's do this one. This one's a bit of a sports one. I don't know that anybody here has seen this. Caught my eye today on social media. Fair or foul? Wearing gear of the team you requested a trade from in off-season workouts, then posting the video of you in said gear on social media.
But you're not on the team yet, right?
No, you're still on the team. Your trade request hasn't gone through, but you have actively requested to be traded from this team, and you post an off-season video of you wearing their practice sweater.
No, it's foul. That's foul.
Yeah, foul, 100%.
And there it is.
Is that Steve Harvey?
No, this is fair because he was working out before this with Team USA gear. So the fact that he's changed over may mean something.
Oh.
So it's fair.
Ooh, read between the lines.
I hate that show. Is that fair or foul? I think that show is such garbage.
It's gone downhill since he's hosted. So
I hate. You know what it is?
So.
I hate the families. I don't hate Steve Harvey. I hate the families. Like
Good answer.
Yeah, but they're all wearing like Oompa Loompa matching outfits, and they're all like fake excited. And
Mike,
I'm like,
what's your favorite color? Banana. Good answer.
I hate that show. Awful. It's just. I'll leave it alone. I'm sorry. Okay, we're up against it. Let's move along. That's fair or foul.
Brought to you by M&M Garage Doors. LeBron James has inked a 2-year deal with the Philadelphia 76ers worth just over $8 million. He's taking a nearly $50 million pay cut from last season. He said the following on X, quote, "This is my last decision. I'm not going for money," end quote. And Mike's favorite, the governor of Pennsylvania, has declared it LeBron James Day as well. Yahoo Sports, is it like a every year thing now? That'd be awesome. Yahoo Sports wrote the Pistons big man Jalen Duren wants a max deal for 5 years and $287 million. Quote, "We're talking about a multi-million-dollar difference in valuation between player and organization," end quote. Michigan basketball and Duke were set to face off on December 21st this upcoming year. That matchup has been canceled. Tonight's lineup is as follows for the Tigers in Game 2 against the Royals. Keith, Torres, Dingler at the top. Green, Torque, Yu Lee in the middle. McKinstry, Vierling, and Malgeri at the bottom. With Skubal on the mound, 6:40 the first pitch. Here on 97.1. Jackson Jobe is set to make his second rehab start with AA Erie tomorrow. TMZ reporting that Tony Romo was arrested yesterday for operating a vehicle while intoxicated in Milwaukee. His court date is September 21st. The Rocket Classic field is officially set per Tony Paul. Of the 141 players, 8 are ranked in the top 20 in the world rankings and 10 major champions. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
All right, we get you to Tiger baseball. We pretty much covered everything today. What did we miss?
Well, Mike, we had a late developing situation in the texts. Nobody can get Corbin's name right.
Still?
A text says, "Shout out Cobalt, killing it today," from Dan in Berkeley.
Come on, man.
The funny thing is, majority of them, from what I've seen, has all been the same texter.
9 out of 10 listeners recommend Colgate. He's
All
a great
right.
addition to the radio. Keep up
Man.
the good work.
Gee whiz.
This might be my personal favorite. When did Coleslaw join this radio show?
They might be talking about you, Mr. Whitey.
Hey, they might be. No, I think it started as the one phone number, and then we mentioned it, and now the other texters have taken the bit and ran with it.
I do want it on record, because I will be screening the calls on Monday. Mike, I got even shorter shorts I'll be wearing just for you.
God help us all.
Oh,
I mean, it is something. It is something, man.
Somebody call HR.
It's remarkable.
We're going to see your full tattoo on Monday now, not just the bottom
Can we
half.
Could we not, please? David has had enough as well. No, LeBron to Philly. We talked about it. Skubal, Duren, updates on both. I mean, again, the Skubal thing, skill pitch. I will say it for the millionth time. When the deadline happens, I'm going to know how to feel, and that's it. I am in a coma until then. I am just not reacting. Beating the Royals down several of their best players and their manager, I don't care. They're 20 games under 500. You're supposed to beat these teams. These teams have nothing to do with playoff baseball. Same thing when you play the A's. The A's are like 4-20 their last 24 games. I'm not making decisions based on that. And I'm also not going to sit here screaming and yelling. If they keep Skubal, okay. You've made your choice. I've made my opinion known. What am I going to do? Not watch baseball the rest of the year? I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and if they trade him, I'd like the team more because I wouldn't have to look at him.
Can I ask for one thing from Tarek Skubal tonight? Win or loss, at the end of the game,
don't talk.
When someone asks, "Hey, can I ask you a question?"
No.
The answer is no.
No.
Not today. And when they ask you tomorrow, no. Not today.
I've said everything I need to say. My focus is on dominating and getting this team where we got to go.
Yes, because he has said that already, Mike. Funny enough, my focus is on pitching, and I'm just worried about winning the next game and playing the next day. Then focus on that and stop talking to reporters.
And again, the Stavenhagen piece was a nice job by Cody Stavenhagen. I don't know why Cody felt the need to assign blame. Cody, your article, by the way, you should be proud that you should be blamed. You got quotes from the player that are pretty incendiary. You don't need to blame sports radio for it, Cody. Come on now. We're better than that. The player said it. Now, if it was anonymous stuff, I actually would have I would have understood what Skubal had to say yesterday. It wasn't. You know who the source was, Tarek? You.
Sources say.
Inconvenient. So, again, I'm with you. I don't want to hear him talk. Just go pitch. What'd you say?
Text says, shout out Stephen Colbert.
Okay. Poor Corbin. He can't get the name right. All right.
Who is this Colin guy? Not bad. Joe in a car.
You can tell, David, it's off the rails, buddy. We got like 3 minutes left in the show. We've lost Shabbat.
I'm really upset because I'm not going to have the nice steak dinner that I was really excited for.
Oh, don't stop. Dude,
today.
we just lost a heartbreaker at Saratoga. Back end of a really nice double. And it was, what did we lose? By a head?
Yeah, a snout.
We had the whole stretch to go by. The horse hung. He just did. I thought we were going by at the 16th pole. And I was ready. I told David, I go, do you want a wheelbarrow of chicken nuggets for the kids?
Or a dump truck?
I told you, this is my favorite deal of the day right here. And I was going to get you guys dinner. And I'm like, oh my God, we're not going by. Oh God, not like this. Not like this. And then Chrysanthemum walked away over there.
Cottage cheese.
Exactly.
Shrugged his shoulders.
That was tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
Tough moment.
It's just one of those days, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really unfortunate.
I know. I'll make it happen for you.
No smoke in the air. It's supposed to be a good day.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is a nice benefit.
Yeah.
Outside doesn't smell like a tinderbox.
That was part of my my road trip that we talked about earlier. Boy, was it smoky up there in the UP and in Wisconsin.
Was it tangibly worse than here?
I actually think where we were, we got a little lucky where just the way the wind blows is basically, you're just at the mercy of the wind. And it was pretty rough the morning after, that first day after. But the second day was a lot of driving where we weren't really outside a whole lot.
Like when I left last week, the day I left, it was like nothing I've ever seen out here. Even the wildfires a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, it just smelled like the inside of a smoker. Like it was wild. And then everyone's like, well, dude, isn't Saratoga going to be worse because it's near Canada? And I'm like, well, no, because you check the wind. Yeah, I never researched AQI more.
Right.
But apparently, like the Adirondack Mountains, along with the wind flow, Saratoga wasn't perfect by the score, but there was no detectable odor or haze or anything of the sort. And then, of course, Saturday it just poured.
Yeah.
But it was fine. But it was here. This was like epicenter for awful air quality.
Yes. Well, we drove. We had it pretty rough in the UP. It was Wednesday, like late Tuesday night, Wednesday morning is when apparently the lightning strike hits and the fire starts and then the smoke goes everywhere. Thursday was not great. Dropped tournament, drove through the smoke, listening to it. Happy with my performance. Can't say I agree with that caller in the Final Four, but we'll leave that where it is.
I don't either.
But then Friday and Saturday, really good in Minneapolis. But then, again, the wind picked up. Sunday was a little bit smokier driving back. So it was just like at the mercy of the wind.
I hope we're past it now.
I think we are. But I haven't looked in a while because
I just kind of wonder if that's going to be like the Tigers' volatility. We're the worst team in baseball. We're the best team in baseball. I wonder if the wildfire thing is just going to be a feature of summer.
Worst air quality in the world today.
No,
tomorrow it's clear.
I just mean you do enough reading on it. Like it's not that Canada can't manage their forests. It's these fires are like 500 miles from civilization.
Oh yeah, they're so in the middle.
There's
of
nothing
nowhere.
you can do, and drier conditions, hotter temperatures. I don't know. Don't look at me. I'm not Al Gore. It makes me wonder if this is a part of something.
We all learned a lot about wildfires
this
week.
Tigers 50, Royals 2. I don't know. I'll talk to you on Monday, and my answer's going to be the same. They could sweep the Royals. Show me the deadline. Is that wrong of me?
No, I'm in agreement. I'm done talking about this. I'm really over it. And we don't have to talk about it if Tarek Skubal doesn't talk about it.
Truth. All right. David, you were wonderful today. I appreciate it. We will talk to everybody on Monday. Rico will be back. We'll knock out a couple of shows, and then I may not come back. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I just go on sabbatical the whole summer, go enjoy my life. We'll see. I want to avoid MSU football. I think that's really my goal. David, have a hell of a nice weekend, buddy. Appreciate you. Corbin, Chrysanthemum, enjoy your Tiger baseball.